Yes.
That could be a business model.
That really is. I was thinking.
Guerrilla doctors that the spouse calls and signs a waiver, and they like hijack him and throw him in a van and take his physical. Throw him back on the corner. He's all good. If he's not, they just drop him off at the ER.
At the ER. Gorilla doctor.
Guerrilla doctors, man. Yeah.
Oh.
Why do you think it's so difficult? And I've heard many people's opinions, but why do you, or what with any of the research or any of the writings you've done, why do you think it's difficult for men, honestly, to consistently go to the doctor?
It's the fear of the unknown. If they go to the doctor, they'll find something wrong. This is what people believe. They always think the worst. So, like, hey, if I go to the doctor, obviously I got cancer. So, I mean, everything goes to cancer, especially you go to WebMD. It's like, I coughed, cancer.
Cancer.
Yeah, coughing cancer. Yes. And do you think
Coughing cancer.
Do you think for guys it also feeds into maybe a fear of weakness thing? Like, if they find something, my body's weaker than my boy's body.
What about like somebody just being cheap? Like they just don't want to pay the deductible. They don't want to give the hospital their money. They think it's a conspiracy.
Obviously, there are those issues around affording health insurance. So, that's a big part of the presidential, election. All the people running for president right now have their own health plans. So that is a major issue, especially here in Texas, because Texas is one of the states with the lowest number of insured people across the country.
Wow, I
so
didn't know that.
that's quite sad for a state this size.
Yeah.
But many factors. There's the fear. There's the worry that if something's wrong, I'm not man enough. I can't take care of my family. And taking care of family is a big thing for men. Like if I get sick, what's going to happen to my family? So I don't need this pressure on me right now. I don't need to know this.
Yeah, and if you don't know about it, you can't be held responsible for it'd be one thing if a guy goes there and they tell them, oh yeah, you got to slow down, and now they know they need to slow down, but they feel like they can't because of their family and
Yeah.
Or they don't know.
Or they I remember when I got really sick a couple years ago. I got dehydrated from an illness, and I remember in my head it wasn't as bad as how everybody was perceiving my issue. And it took me a while to really get over that.
Yeah.
I had blacked out in the middle of the night, woke up conscious to my wife screaming at me and her eyes red from possibly trying to get me up. The ambulance in my bedroom. The paramedics all in my bedroom, and they're all looking at me like this, like an old decrepit person, at least in my head, like somebody needs to go to the hospital. And I remember the paramedic guy asking me to, how he was like, I seriously think you should go to the hospital tonight. And I remember just going through and doing a checklist in my head to make sure everything I could imagine that I would think would be normal was working. My fingers move. Can I remember my grandma's name? What day of the week is it, or whatever. Even though and ignoring the fact that I literally was found on the bathroom floor, I was angry and I told him to get out of my house. I was like, get out, man. If I go, I'll go. But y'all not about to make me go.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Right.
And then literally woke up the next day and my wife had to drive me to the ER because I still had a headache and all those different issues. But because I chose to go, gave me the satisfaction.
Yeah. I guess for you, that put it all in control for you.
Yeah. And it was just a snap decision. I would never recommend that to anybody. And laughed about it after I got healthy, but I remember being angry because this guy was like, Mr. Miles, I'm not going to ask you again. If we come back and you're on the ground, I'm taking you to the hospital. I was like, the hell you are. If I feel you grabbing on me and I'm waking up and remember that I told you I wasn't going, I'm still not going.
Right.
All ego.
Right.
All ego.
Yes, ego.
He's trying to fight to make sure that I don't wake up in the hospital with a surgery and all these different things. And I'm looking at it as, man, you come to my house, it's raining, your boots on my carpet. Come on, man. Get out of my room, man. They'll be talking to me like I'm a kid. I'm okay. I'm talking,
Exactly.
Kidneys going in overdrive, and I'm arguing with this paramedic. But, yeah. So mine was ego.
Yeah.
Mine was clearly ego.
We cut to a hospital room. The guy's looking very perturbed.